Korea. Is it a near-military dictatorship where workers have zero rights, the government is just a mafia controlled by a few evil overlords, or an idealistic utopia where they make some really good music? For clarification, I'm not talking about North Korea. I'm not talking about the glorious DPRK. Today, we're going to be looking at South Korea, a country where you can essentially only succeed in life if you A, study for 17 fucking hours a day for your entire childhood, B, ace countless days of entrance exams to get into one of the 3 elite universities, then the rest is simple. You work for Samsung, you live for Samsung, you laugh for Samsung, you consume for Samsung, you love for Samsung, you wrinkle up and decay into a senile pensioner for Samsung, then you fucking die for Samsung. Notice how that timeline didn't include having children? That's right, the South Korean birth rate is 0.78. That means on average, a Korean woman only produces 0.78 of a child. Maybe, just maybe, unconditional urbanization alongside unchecked dystopic capitalism from 1948 onwards wasn't the move, huh? All I'm saying, North Korea's birth rate is 1.79. 1.79, dude. Hey, all I'm saying, 0.78 or 1.79. And I just want to state for the record, there is only truly one type of K-pop I stand for. There's only one type of K-pop I consistently listen to. That's right, best believe I'm putting my DPRK playlist in the back of this video, man. And look, you never know, right? There might actually be a couple North Korean guys watching this who are beaming from ear to ear right now, hearing all these nostalgic tunes playing in the background.
All right.
Also, quick shout out to my boyfriend Gatsu. He made a video about this exact topic just before Korea went literally into meltdown mode a few days ago. It might all be his fault. I'm gonna focus on covering the recent events and what led up to the recent events in this video, but you should defo go watch his vid after this because it's so good. It inspired me to make this. Anyway, as you may have heard on the news, shit is hitting the fan in this tiny little East Asian peninsula called South Korea. Essentially, the fascist president Yoon attempted to establish a full military dictatorship using the same army that Korea's most famous pop star serves in. This would have allowed Mr. Yoon to finally enact his insane agenda, which he's had a lot of trouble getting through the parliament in the last couple years. And before you get any ideas, this does not mean the South Korean parliament have morals in any way. They literally saw Joe Biden's Air Force One plane touching down in Seoul and instantly allowed the chairman of Samsung to be pardoned and released from prison because Joe wanted some chips. Nah, like these chips. This is despite him literally twice being found guilty for just about the worst crimes someone this cute could ever commit. Whilst I was researching this video, I had to type some questionable things into Google. Communist propaganda, you know, all of that. I'm pretty sure I've set off 7 million alarms in the CIA's headquarters, and there are multiple F-12 fighter jets on their way to my home address right now. Well, they would be, but I'm smarter than them, man. I used a VPN. Something I would really recommend that you do because you're watching these type of videos. Let's be real. Luckily enough, I got a very good deal on CyberGhost VPN for you. Yes, you. Yes, this is a sponsor, but I do genuinely think everyone should get a VPN. And with over 38 million users worldwide, CyberGhost VPN is the most recommended VPN provider on the market. It has an impressive near perfect score on Trustpilot. More than 20,000 people rated it excellent. And if you're thinking, well, Leo, I browse in incognito mode, so I should be fine. No! Think again. Plenty of eyes are on you at all times. Your internet service provider, your school or work's IT department, your Wi-Fi router, even the websites you visit. They all know who you are and they track your movements online. Trust me, you don't want that, bro. Trust me. To put a stop to this privacy invasion, just turn on CyberGhost VPN before you browse. It encrypts and rewrites 100% of your traffic through their secure servers. So no one will be able to trace your online activity. Also, by changing your location with CyberGhost VPN, you can also unblock libraries of over 40 streaming platforms like Netflix, Amazon, etc. The app is available for all operating systems and can protect up to 7 devices at the same time, so you can always share your subscription with friends and family. And I got a very special deal for all my suspicious North Korean interested comrades. By using the link in description, you get a whopping 83% discount, and you also get 4 months for free, plus a 45-day money-back guarantee. Everything is risk-free for you. So use the link in description, get CyberGhost VPN, and start protecting your digital life today. So yeah, the parliament have been vetoing Yoon's laws since 2022 when he got voted in. This says a lot, okay? The laws would really have to be pretty fucking bad for the South Korean government to oppose them. Also, since 2022, it's got much more expensive to live in South Korea. Yoon's handling of the economy has been predictably detrimental for working class people. And then earlier this year, Yoon's wife was spotted with an illegally gifted Dior handbag. On the surface, this might seem like nothing, but essentially it led to people clocking onto the sketchy tax and corruption practices of this guy, Goon, who, by the way, only got voted in because he made a massive deal about the former president doing fraud, and then proceeded to do exactly the same thing. And as of last week, Yoon's approval rating was at an all-time fucking low, 19%. Simply abysmal.
I'll be crying if I look like that too, bro. That's fucked up what they be doing to y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I be saying that's fucked up, like, bro, you probably had the full washing set. Your shit be fire probably if they ain't cut your shit. Freak it though, bro. It's your life.
His last-ditch effort was to enact martial law, which basically would give him a dictatorship-like power over the nation, so he could finally pass his insane fascist laws with no one in parliament to veto it. Unfortunately for the Gooner, the members of parliament simply climbed the wall around the parliament building and basically impeached him. And I love how he tried any possible way to blame this all on North Korea. Like, bro, they are not involved at all. How has this situation got anything to do with my boy Kim? And the contradiction here is actually gigantic, because the last time martial law was used in South Korea was in 1980, when hundreds of protesters were killed by the military dictator Chung Do-hwan, who actually sent said protesters to concentration camps for purificatory education. Sounds just like an article you'd read about North Korea, right? Well, our man Yoon has a lot of similarities to this guy Chun, the guy who sounds like he does a lot of North Korean shit. Actually, in the run-up to Yoon's 2022 election win, he made lots of complimentary remarks about Chun, the concentration camp guy. This is one of the reasons he got in. So is it really surprising that he attempted to imitate his political daddy Chun by enacting martial law? No, he literally praised the guy who did martial law last as a key part of his election campaign. Everyone who voted for Yoon should have seen this coming. Speaking of which, who actually voted this guy in? What type of person was it? Well, you've got to factor in that Yoon's big appeal, the big thing he ran on, was being a quote anti-feminist. But that doesn't really mean that much. What actually means a lot is that in Korea, there's a significant amount of men and a significant amount of elderly people that believe that giving up their seat on public transport for a pregnant woman is anti-male discrimination or ageist discrimination. Bruh, South Korea is genuinely a country where designated seats for pregnant women are regularly vandalized or unbudgingly sat on as a form of protest. Oh my god, bro, what the fuck? And in response to this behavior, there's a growing movement in South Korea called 4B, which stands for no dating, no sex, sex, no marriage, no childbirth. And these people, who are usually women, vote in the exact opposite direction to the Yoon goons. This political gender divide, as you can imagine, really hasn't helped the birth rate, as I mentioned at the start of this video. But nah, I'm sure Yoon's Conservative Party putting out Kegel exercise tutorial videos is gonna solve everything and magically spawn the other 0.21 of a birth rate they need to keep their population stable and stop it from crashing to approximately 1.79. All I'm saying, bro, 1.79, bro. Editor's note, he didn't get impeached. You can probably tell from the size of all the protests going on in Korea over the last few days. The parliament did some bullshit. They did even more bullshit, if you can believe it. Basically, there was a lot of pressure on the parliament to vote for the impeachment of Yoon. Wherever you sit on the political spectrum, you probably don't want an attempted military dictator who severely perverted democracy and also made an absolute mockery of himself in front of the whole world in control. You probably don't want that as your leader, right? No! It turns out the brain-dead, cucked pussies, also known as the PPP, which is Yoon's Conservative Party, by the way, would genuinely rather have this insane, power-hungry, absolute joke of a leader in control than anyone else. But how did they ensure this will happen? Well, in Korea, if you want to impeach the president, you need a certain number of votes in parliament. The PPP has about 108 members. They needed those votes to impeach this guy. And it was assumed that no MP would be insane enough to oppose this impeachment. Therefore, in an attempt to save their faces, the Yoon loyalists, instead of voting against his impeachment, no, they didn't do that. They just left the building. They just walked out of the courtroom. Bruh, they didn't vote for or against the impeachment. They just dipped. They just left. And then the remaining members of parliament didn't have enough majority to impeach Yoon. Yeah. If you're gonna back up a disgusting, brainless dictator, do it with your chest, bruh. Look at all these cowards leaving the courthouse. Couldn't be me. My question is, let's say you're a Korean conservative MP, right? At what point do you stop throwing your little pussy tantrums and just impeach the guy? Yoon has literally attempted and miserably failed at doing about the worst shit imaginable that you could do as a leader of South Korea. What is it gonna take? Does he just get to like fuck your ass? Does he get to cook your infant child on a doner stick? Like, what the f does he have to do to get impeached? And what will it take for these guys to stop dick riding? And yeah, that's about the extent of all this Korean business I can tell you about. I got no idea what's gonna happen, how this situation is gonna play out, if it can be rectified. I can give you guys one piece of advice, and one piece of advice only. Eat as much of this bibimbap stuff as possible. I feel like that'd give me the motivation and the energy to overthrow the president, you know? I think I said every single thing I know about Korea in this video. Yoon's crash out, a bit of history, my crush on Kim, Samsung's business practices.
It's time to see my shoe collection. You know ballers love nice shoes. Everybody got their Dunks and their Jordans or whatever it is they wearing. But see, I like to cut the middleman. Fuck shoe closet. I got my own sweatshop, nigga, goddamn.
If you want, subscribe, like this video even. I got a Patreon too if you want your name here now. Absolutely go watch Gatsu's Korea video. And also, don't forget to click on that description link to get the special discount CyberGhost VPN is granting to our channel users. This application will protect your data while you browse and give you full access to all block content on the internet for $2.03 a month only. Totally risk-free, so check it out. Link in description.